This video serves as an introduction to AP Research. It looks like you're stuck with the two of us this year. On behalf of myself and Mr. Vaughn, welcome to AP Capstone Research. This course is slightly different in instruction from those that you have previously taken in that it is co-taught. Even though you may see only one of our names in Power School as your assigned teacher, you will be responsible for working with and answering to both of us. Let's do a quick review of what AP Capstone actually is and where AP Research fits in the framework. So let's look at the sequence of courses and the things you can achieve if you take all of them. All sophomores are required to take AP Seminar, which is the year one course. It has 3 performance tasks, one of those being an end-of-course exam. The second year is optional and is a selective course, which is AP Research, which requires you to conduct independent research and develop a paper and presentation. Successful completion, meaning 3 or higher in AP Seminar and AP Research, can earn you the AP Capstone certificate. If you complete both of those and successfully complete 4 other AP exams, meaning a 3 or higher, you can earn the AP Capstone diploma. You'll see this diagram is just another way of looking at what we just saw. You'll notice that in AP Seminar, you have a team project and presentation, and an individual research-based essay and presentation, along with an end-of-course exam. AP Research has an academic paper and a presentation and oral defense. Now that you've had a quick review of the AP Capstone program, let's talk about where AP Research fits in. Remember that AP Research is the second in the sequence of courses and requires you to do more independent and unique thinking and work. AP Research continues to use the QUEST framework, which requires you to ask questions, understand varying perspectives, evaluate evidence, synthesize information, and work to transform and transmit that information into a new understanding. The end goal for you in AP Research is to engage in an individual academic research project that provides new knowledge or new understandings of a topic. You may recall in your preliminary topic proposal that we talked to you about a gap. In order to meet this end goal of AP Research, you have to find a gap in existing knowledge or understanding. You'll see this image show up several times as we work through the course. This is the foundation of AP Capstone. QUEST is an acronym standing for Question and Explore, Understand and Analyze, Evaluate Multiple Perspectives, Synthesize Ideas, and Team, Transform, and Transmit. These are the core skills that you should be able to demonstrate by the time you leave this course. Remember that AP Capstone Research is a more advanced course. This means that the skills that you are expected to demonstrate and the ways in which you will earn an AP score are much more complex and require much more individual work. AP Capstone Research earns an AP score through a research paper, which is an individual developed from a research question, conducting background exploration, designing an experiment or method of evaluating data, and drawing conclusions. At the end of the process, you should be able to produce a final version of a 4,000 to 5,000 word paper. This paper should cover your entire research process. Additionally, you'll have a presentation and oral defense. Using multimedia, you will individually present your research process, conclusions, and reflections in conjunction with 3 required defense questions. The presentation is a hard 15 to 20-minute limit, and this includes the 3 oral defense questions. Now that you know the components that are required, let's look at how they contribute to your AP score. Remember, there are only 2 components in this class. 75% of your AP score comes from your AP research paper. This paper is graded by College Board during the summer scoring period. 25% of your AP score comes from your oral defense and presentation. This is graded by myself and Mr. Vaughn, along with at least one other individual on a panel of 3. Now that we've done a brief overview of AP Capstone Research and discussed the components that make up your AP score, let's discuss what you are expected to do during this course. As you are a junior dual-enrolled student, you'll be working on 2 separate calendars, the Guilford County Schools calendar as well as the North Carolina A&T calendar. We will work to make sure that those align as closely as possible. As we move forward, let this thought be one that guides you through your process in AP research. Winston Churchill tells us that continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. This is exceptionally true in this class, where there are very little limits that will tell you what you can and cannot do. You are expected to develop an individual research project, and you should be the one who carries yourself through it. Mr. Vaughn and myself cannot put in this effort for you. Let's briefly discuss some expectations. Digitally, you are expected to participate responsibly, respectfully, and consistently in discussion boards and live classes. These discussion boards may take place on Canvas via text, or they may be using Flipgrid to have you produce videos and provide video feedback to your peers. You're expected to keep a synchronous prep journal using Google Drive, the instructions of which can be found in your Canvas course. You should check your Canvas course and your AP Classroom often. Canvas will be your first go-to for information from myself and Mr. Vaughn. In writing, you should work continuously for improvement and take feedback in goodwill and apply what is functional for you. You should provide peer feedback honestly and constructively. Give credit where credit is due and do your own work. This is particularly important in AP research as you are conducting independent research. Plagiarism is not simply taking the words or thoughts of another individual. Plagiarism comes if you falsify information or data. General expectations. You should remember that this class is about demonstrating skills, not content. You are not expected to be a content master of your source at the end of the semester. However, you should have a very strong grip on those things that connect to your research. Follow the guidelines and pacing guides to help you reduce stress. Work together as a collective and be willing to give and take honest, constructive feedback. Additionally, as you are a junior dual-enrolled student, your schedule and meeting times may vary. You should be prepared to dedicate a minimum of 3 to 6 hours per week to research. Once the actual research and paper writing process begins, you should be willing to expend much more time on this class. What digital resources will you need? You will need access to the AP Capstone Research Canvas course, which will include instructions on how to develop your Google Drive prep journal. You will also need access to AP Classroom, where you will have access to the digital portfolio to get to EBSCO and to submit your final paper. You should also sign up to the AP Capstone Remind if you haven't already been added to the class. What physical resources will you need? You will need a notebook of your choice, which you can use to keep track of thoughts, notes, or any individual data that you can use later. A laptop computer with access to Google Drive to create and maintain your prep journal. A laptop or computer with Word or Google Drive access for Google Docs. And a camera and microphone with recording capabilities. One of the main requirements of AP Capstone Research is the prep journal. The prep journal stands for Process and Reflection Portfolio. This is required by College Board and must be a synchronous record of your time in research. The prep journal includes reflections, drafts of your papers, notes from peers and instructor feedback, and other resources. It is a record that your research is actually yours. It is required. You cannot get through this class without producing the prep journal. There are instructions provided on Canvas. Follow those instructions to get your journal started. Let's talk about how you will monitor your progress during the AP Capstone Research course. This is an indicator of the grading policies and can be found in your syllabus on Canvas. Remember that GCS requires quarter weights for year-long classes. Quarters 1 through 4 will make up 80% of your grade, and the final exam will be 20%. Remember that this course may have varying amounts of points in different quarters based on the amount of work you're doing and the amount of things that we take up. Remember that College Board prohibits us from giving you any grade on your presentation or paper until after the April 30th deadline. It's important for you to know that we have aligned our grading toward the AP Capstone Research program in that your final paper and presentation make up exactly 50% of your overall grade. It is impossible to pass this class without putting extensive effort into your research paper and your research presentation. Because we are asking you to learn and master a variety of skills, we will be focusing on feedback and revision throughout the course. Perfection is not going to happen the first time you attempt something. First attempts on most assignments that are to demonstrate skills will typically be given a score based on the following scale. You will receive a 90% if it is complete, meaning it meets the requirements of the assignment but has areas of improvement. 75% is partial, meaning it meets some of the requirements, but there are several areas where the paper or project can be improved. A 50% means it's incomplete, meaning it meets few of the requirements of the assignment and needs large-scale improvement. Or you may receive a 0, which means it is missing. This means it meets no requirements of the assignments or was not submitted. After you receive feedback, either from Mr. Vaughn and myself or from your peers, you will have the opportunity to redress the revisions, either alone or collaboratively with others, and resubmit the assignment. The resubmissions will be what's graded and contribute to your course grade. Please note that just as an AP seminar, teachers are limited in the kind of feedback we can give during the research and writing process. Your expert advisor and your peers will be most helpful in giving you feedback. A quick note about STEM and College Board grading. Remember that College Board prohibits the release of scores for any performance task until after all submissions are finalized on April 30th. This means you will not see a grade for anything associated with your final paper and final presentation until May 1st. There will be 2 rubrics used for grading in this course. The College Board rubric will be used for your presentation score and sent to College Board. STEM rubrics, based on the rubrics from College Board, will be used to give you a STEM grade for your paper and your presentation. Beginning this year, we are going virtual. So how are we going to do this course, which is unique in that it is more coaching from us rather than instructing? How are we going to do this virtually? It isn't going to be easy, particularly with you adjusting to online courses through the university, but we will be able to do it together. The most important tips that I can give you are to stay on top of things, ask questions, share your concerns or fears with us, participate in the live classes, make use of Google Hangouts, Discord, Zoom, or other methods that you have to communicate with your peers to get feedback and support. Talk to myself or Mr. Vaughn via email, Canvas message, or through Remind. Be prepared to struggle, to be uncomfortable, and to fail. This course is different than anything that you've taken before. It should not be easy, but it is definitely doable. Lastly, make sure that you're balancing your schedule and taking care of your mental health. If you need assistance in any of this, you can contact Mr. Vaughn or myself for scheduling help, or you can contact Miss Noel. Now that we've gone through the brief overview and a discussion of how you'll be graded, let's talk about what you should do now. The first thing you should do, if you haven't already been added to the class, is join the AP Capstone Research Remind by texting STEM APCR20 to 81010. You should also join AP Classroom by following the instructions on Canvas with the code provided. Next, you should review the following information in the Course Information module on Canvas. This includes your syllabus, your calendar, and your prep journal requirements section. Third, you need to set up your prep journal based on the instructions provided on Canvas. You should begin working on Module 1, Introduction to Research. This module should be finished and all assignments submitted by 11:59 on August 19th, 2020.